Hello everyone and welcome to the continuation of Chris's campaign in Resident Evil. So now we're going to the underground portion of the courtyard, or the garden, depending on whatever you would like to call it. Now, I find it strange that there's a typewriter right there to save the game, but there's no item box. Which means that you have to store your items and uh, get the items that you need before you enter this area. Otherwise, you might want to go back up the ladder and then come back when you're ready. It's a generator. And it has no use, really. There's nothing you can do about it. We're also going to take this first aid spray. Before we go any further, let's go into this area and see what's up.
Enrico!
Don't come any closer, Chris.
Wait, what happened?
Double crosser!
Don't!
Hell. Umbrella.
Who is it? Is someone there?
Somebody just shot him. Where do you think that came from?
Double crosser? What did he mean by that?
He couldn't have moved because of this injury. He's holding something. I'm not going to take any gun clips at this point. Because, come on. Okay, good. I didn't have to worry about him jumping. Okay, here goes another one. Alright. He's gonna jump. Dang it, I knew it. Yep. I can't stand these guys. Then again, I'm not the only one, because everyone hates hunters. Everyone hates hunters. Before you leave, be sure to collect this. Yeah, for those who thought that it was a square crank, no, this is a hexagonal crank. Oh great, hunters have filled the hallway. Then again, this doesn't even look like a hallway. I probably could have shot that hunter long enough for me to get out of the way. Which is what I did here, because there was no point in killing it. Because we never really have to come back to this area again. By the way, this is actually going to be a shorter video. Not that it's that short, but it's not going to be as long as a lot of the other videos. So this is what we need the hexagonal crank for. Because we can't use the square crank. We never have to use it again, really. This takes a long time. Surprisingly, this area is actually very short. It doesn't take very long. By the way, there's a flamethrower. It's very useless to me. You're not gonna see me use it against the upcoming boss. Oh boy. Yeah, if you want to survive, just run. If you don't run, if you don't know how to run at this point, you're not going to survive. Right when I aim. Why did I do that? Oh, that's... Oh, that actually really annoyed me. I think that's the last hunter that we have to deal with. So here comes a boss that is not a tiger, that's called Black Tiger, but looks like a big gigantic tarantula, which that's basically what it is. What you have to do, I mean, what I like to do is use the Magnum, which kills it in 3 shots, actually. Now, this is a boss that you don't actually have to fight, but I go ahead and fight it anyway because I don't see the point in... I mean, I just want to go ahead and kill it. I'm going to show off the flamethrower right quick. Now, I could have used this against Black Tiger, and that would have saved me ammunition, but I found it to be very useless, and you can actually use the flamethrower to get rid of the... Oh my goodness, why did I do that? You can use the flamethrower to get rid of the webbing that's on the door. You can also, you can also get Black Tiger to shoot acid at the door, to melt the webs. Or you could use a knife and cut away the webbing. So those are your 3 options. We're never going to use the flamethrower again. Not that we can anyway, because we can only use it for a short period of time. That's basically the game's way of saying, we're not going to give you the grenade launcher, but here's a temporary amount of time. I mean, here's a temporary weapon that we'll give you, which is the flamethrower. It sucks, but we'll give it to you anyway. Yeah, how kind. Well, at least the flamethrower got a huge buff in the remake. The remake actually fixes a lot of problems. In fact, I was actually going to play the remake instead of playing this game. I was never planning on playing this game, but I figured since it's the original, I would go ahead and play it because it is the original game, so there's still something special about it because of that. But I don't think I'll ever play... I don't think I'm gonna go back to this game after I'm finished with it, after I'm done with the playthrough. So here's another slow section that requires the crank, this hexagonal crank. And stop right there. Stop where the hole goes to the left. once you turn the hole to the left, stop right there because you need to get there. You need to go to that section in order to collect another key item. So here's another puzzle. Shouldn't take long to figure out, but you just need to figure out where you need to place the statue. Once again, use the hex crank to push out the statue. Now, if you mess up and don't know where the wall is going to come out when you use the hex crank, then you can just repeat the cycle, and then you can just make the wall go back and to the wall, so that you can push it out and pull it out again. When you figure out where it is. That probably didn't make any sense at all. So we just got the second book, the Doom Book Volume 2. We collected the Doom Book Volume 1 in Part 4 when we came back to the mansion. With this, we're almost done with the game. Oh, by the way, make sure to collect the ammo disc, especially if you want to get the best ending for Chris, or if you're playing as Jill. Still collect the ammo disc. We won't be needing the square crank anymore, either. I should also point out that snakes invade this hallway, so just keep in mind that if you keep running, you won't get bitten by the snakes and potentially poisoned by them. If we take the elevator upwards, it will lead us out here. A picture of a wolf. If we take a look in the second Doom book, it's weird how the camera just puts the books outside the edges. Here's a medal that has a wolf's face on it. I mean, a wolf on it. Now, if we go around the opposite side, there's a picture of an eagle. Inside Doom Book 1 has a gold medal with an eagle on it. Man, I cannot speak. And with that, the gate opens. I actually edited out the part where I go down where I go down the fountain, the secret fountain, because I went back to this area so I could go save the game. So with that, that's pretty much the end of the video. I'm just gonna save the game here. And now we can continue forward. Oh, watch out for the snakes. Why did I pause right there? If you're trying to go for a no save run, obviously don't bother picking up the ink ribbons. So with that, that is the end of part 6 of Chris' story, or campaign. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you again in the next video. We are getting close to the end of the game, and I will see you all very soon.